So we're here to give an overview and an intro to three different ecosystems. So each of you three gentlemen will have 3 minutes to introduce your city and what specifically you're offering. And I would like to start with you, Gil. Do we do the film again?
No, I thought that didn't work out well in the last few years. So I did bring a few slides. I don't know if they're available. Yes?
We got the slides, so production team, please put up the slides.
Otherwise, I'd do it that way, but it would at least show a few things.
So maybe start telling people where you're from.
Yeah, I will start. So my name is Gil. I basically, to make it easy, work for the city of Cologne. It's the economic development agency, which is called Köln Business. We're also sponsoring this event for quite a few years now. I think it's my sixth time. I don't even remember. And yes, we're like the local entity to support our local economy, and that also includes bringing foreign startups to Germany, to Cologne. Should I continue with the whole thing, or?
Yeah, sure.
Because I see the Vienna business lights up.
That's just fine. That's just fine.
So should I? I can do the Vienna talk as well if you prefer.
Now they found your slides.
We've done it in the past, so I can do that too. But I think, do we see anything? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you see it. Cologne it's quite a historical city, so it's more than 2,000 years old. But let's continue with the slides if I manage somehow.
Yeah, there is a big green button.
Yeah, but it doesn't do it yet. Now it goes. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through, it's going to be quick, just a few slides, where basically Cologne has to offer, what the area has to offer, and what we as a company can offer you as well. So Cologne is a metropolitan city. You see the data, you see the location, it's in the heart of Europe. As you know, German infrastructure, you get anywhere with a train on all the dots you see within a few hours. Lots of people around. We can be a partner. Everything we do is free of charge. You need to keep that in mind. And we obviously have the access to our local ecosystem. We have our own investors network. We have plenty of things that we can do and that we can offer. So I'm definitely going to say get in touch. If you want, also have a look on the website. The timing is on the left. It just says 18 and then 28.
It's 18 minutes.
So I can go on and go on?
Not for 18 minutes, but you have another 1.5 minutes.
1.5, that's fine. Okay, so again, I just mentioned that we have an investors network. We have plenty of services that usually all the economic development agencies offer. I think we can even go a little further. We have quite an access to our ecosystem, and it's not as big as, for instance, some other German cities. But let's continue. I want to highlight a few things which make it easy for me, for you guys to help in order to see what we have. We have plenty of hubs. I mentioned a few here, and that makes it easy for me to attach you or to introduce you to our hubs to see whether your business actually makes sense in Cologne, and it does. You will see in a minute that the area has so much to offer. This is the state North Rhine-Westphalia, and we got people from NRW, the abbreviation, over here as well. It's the most powerful state in Germany. It produces more than 20% of the GDP. You see that? So if you want to do business in Germany, have a look at the numbers. I think they speak for themselves. Again, I have a couple of comparisons. Here you see 2 times the GDP. One is for Germany alone, where we are on the top. Bavaria is following us, and then it goes down quite dramatically. But we're also producing 4.5% of Europe's GDP, and I think that really shows you that's an economic powerhouse and means business. So time is running up. We got a couple financial incentives in case you want to settle and open a business in Cologne. Altogether, it leads up to about 13K that we can give you just to help settle your business in Cologne. I'm here all day long. I would also help with the cultural differences because sort of my mom was born here. I'm a bit of half and half. So feel free. I got a booth out there. Feel free to get in touch. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. On time and a bit half and half. You're an Israeli citizen.
I know. I'm paying the taxes here. Yes, some of them at least.
So Daniel, I want to hand it over to you in Vienna.
No, also very well welcome from Vienna. I regret very strongly that I can't be in Tel Aviv today because in the last 2 years, since I've been covering Israel as a foreign direct investment market, we have seen some huge investments and very dynamic activity. So to bring it down into a nutshell, what is Vienna actually about? So located at the very center of Europe, Vienna has seen a very dramatic and very positive development in the last 2 decades. It has really moved up onto the maps of foreign direct investment quite considerably. So Vienna also adapted to this new attractiveness, which not only counts for world's most livable city, although, Tom, congratulations. At this time, first time in 10 years, it has become Zurich. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. As you can see, the Vienna Business Agency, as official foreign direct investment agency, offers 3 pillars. First one is fundings, second one is real estate, and the third one is consulting. All of these services are free of charge, whereas probably for Israeli investors, the fundings and the consulting are the most important services we offer. The fundings part is lost funds. We are not a bank. We do not take equity. Those are not loans. Those are really lost funds as a little incentive offered by the city of Vienna for foreign investors to realize their entrepreneurial projects in Vienna. There are several different programs running in this funding spot. A single project can be rewarded with up to 600,000 euros. Please ask me more if you're interested in the fundings program of the city of Vienna. The basic 2 requirements for touching a funding in Vienna is having a legal structure with the Viennese. Please be careful, not Austrian, but really Viennese address. And the project has to be in the planning. So for any made investments already, they cannot be refinanced, but for any future plannings, please take Vienna into your calculation. Next slide, please. International business, which I'm part of, is the first point of contact in Vienna. So if you want to get in touch, if you want to have the first impression of Vienna, we offer consulting services free of charge in up to 14 different languages. Anything concerning for tax, for legal, but also for day-to-day questions. If you bring along your family, like how does the schooling system work, how does the rental system work, etc., etc. So we really offer a 360-degree service approach for foreign investors, but not only their companies, but also clients and families. Next slide, please. Consulting includes company founding and growth in different languages, technology services, creativity and business, because at the end of the day, Vienna is also a very creative and culturally prone city. Next slide, please. And before I send you more information about wonderful statistics and beautiful numbers, please use the opportunity to come to Vienna. And the next really, I would say the best opportunity to make your own impression about Vienna is just in front of our doors. It's in the second week of May, called Vienna Up, which is a 1-week startup festival, which is basically an open door event across the city. So the Vienna Business Agency invited all sorts of players of the ecosystem, like venture funds, startups, companies, big corps, universities, research centers, to keep their calendars blocked for this week in Vienna. So foreign investors, venture funds, anybody who wants to
Daniel,
grow,
you will need to
can
wrap
come
up,
to
please.
Vienna. Yeah, that's basically it. And open to your questions and looking forward.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Daniel. So, Rolf, the most livable city, Zurich. These competitions to me somehow are a little bit funny, but please introduce your organization.
That's a tough, because I'm so shy, you know that. So, but my name is Rolf. I'm fully Swiss, not Israeli, but I do love Israel as much as he does. And honest, who we are. So Greater Zurich area is the official economic promotion agency for 9 states that goes from Schaffhausen to Ticino. So basically the Swiss German-speaking part and all of the Italian-speaking part. By the way, there is a good friend and colleague of mine here. He's from Ticino, from Lugano. It's from Kickstock Innovation. He will be on another panel right after. So we are a public-private partnership organization. That means we are fully financed by these states, the public part. But on the private side, we count some 30 companies as our foundation partners, banks, UBS, still Credit Suisse, I don't know how long anymore, and then some insurance companies, Swiss Re, Swiss Life, and on the academic side, there is ETH Zurich, that's somehow the Technion of Switzerland, University of Zurich, and some other research institutes. What we are doing is helping you understand what Switzerland is, how to do business in Switzerland, and just giving you as much information that you can evaluate where's the best spot for you. So, of course, we try to deliver you the statistics where we are on top, but this can Gil do, this can Daniel do, everyone can do this, but we want to invite you to come over and see things. I give you an example. We will organize in May a health tech roadshow. So, and we are scouting health tech startups and scale-ups with a proof of concept or proof of market, not only from Israel, but from the United States. We have a team there from China, from the UK, from Europe, but also from Israel. And then we are going to spend 3 days with them. We are going to organize pitching events with Roche Diagnostics, Zimmer Biomet, with all the big hospitals, because we want them to try to understand how to do business in our area. This in the case of health tech. That's how we work. We do the same thing for robotics drones and for fintech, insurtech, and from food tech and agri-tech. These are our preferred verticals where we are working in. So, and if you want to know who it works, I'm here all day long as Gil. I've been meeting him now for 5 or 6 years, and it's a real pleasure. One more thing, Switzerland is very tiny, very close, everything together, and our biggest friends are from Austria and from Germany. We love the guys, and we can tell you the differences. It's not a better system or a bad system, it's just a different systems. So this is what I want to tell you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Rolf. So, Rolf, you have talked about the industries and the main pillars that you're looking for. How is it in Vienna, Daniel? What are like the most vibrant ecosystems?
So let me start. We have two very traditional industries. The one is life science, which has seen a very, very long and historic development and is still growing. So we have major international cooperations since between a few decades and a few years, and this is still growing. Boehringer Ingelheim invested in 2017 about 600 million euros, and big secret to come, they're about to reinvest again. This is all about cancer and cancer vaccination. The second big pillar is IT, obviously a very, very big field, a very big industry. And how is this to understand? Austria in general and Vienna is a niche player. So in comparison to our big neighbor Germany, Austria is a provider of very specialized technologies. And in this terms, this also applies for AI, for IT, in terms also for AI, but also Vienna has seen a very interesting track record in the past about chatbots, and we're having customers and companies working in the space industry like TT Tech, which are developing the navigational system for the cars which are about to roam on Mars. So the special technology for the special things, for the difficult solution, Vienna definitely is a hotspot. I will stop now with naming industries because high tech and innovation has become so diverse that it's hard to nail down.
Okay, thank you. And we also ticked the AI box now. We mentioned AI. We need to mention that on every panel, I guess. So, Gil, what about Köln?
Well, I mean, I mentioned earlier the area produces almost 5% of Europe's GDP. So I can happily say that you find almost all industries, all kinds of solutions are needed. But if I would focus on a few, I mentioned that in one of the slides, but I guess it was way too quick. So historically speaking, we're a media city, so lots of media companies are based in Cologne and around. We are one of Germany's strong insurtech hotspots. It's Munich and it's Cologne, so we have a hub there as well, which again makes it easy for me to connect you guys. Health and life science, I think, is globally a hot topic. So is in Cologne. So we have a hub there too. We're just about to open a gaming hub, which I think is something different and nice these days. But again, generally speaking, get in touch. You find something for all industries.
Cool, thank you. So before we go to the questions of the audience, Rolf, to something light, what is the most favorite thing for you to do in Zurich?
Well, there are many things, but as you all know, we don't have a sea, an ocean, but we have a lake and we have a river. It's called Limmat. And what I like in Zurich, and that's probably something it makes it, at least for me, very attractive, over lunch, I can go jump in the river, have a talk with a guy from another company, and then 20 minutes without swimming, just going down the river. I get out of the river and there is a nice lunch there. And then half an hour later I'm in the office. Same thing in winter, but not in the river. I do like skiing, so if you want to work from 7 to 12, you have worked 5 hours, then take the car, take the skis, go up to the mountain and do 2-3 hours of skiing. That's what I like in Switzerland. And this summarizes a little bit what's in Switzerland. Everything is so close. So when you are about to do some R&D projects and you want to find out with whom, you can go on foot to ETH, 5 minutes to University of Zurich, 5 minutes to Google, 10 minutes to IBM Research Lab, another 10 minutes to Disney Research Lab on food. And this is the nice thing. Everything is so close. And this is a great opportunity. The downside of the metal, we are not very cheap. So costs are quite high, at least at first sight. But I'm happy to tell you what's really is. It's like in Tel Aviv.
Yes.
Thank you for that. We had a very nice dinner yesterday evening, and I must say, like in Zurich.
So, Gil, what do you love to do in Köln?
Well, I think the first one would be go to you guys and visit you guys, do one of those trips, working until 12 and then going up skiing. I like that. Well, I mean, Cologne is a metropolitan city with more than 1 million people. You find everything over there. Personally, for me, I'm a big football, soccer fan, so I like to go to the stadium if I have the chance. I got 3 kids, so you can calculate how many times that happens. But I would recommend something which is unique, at least for Cologne. We have our own beer, so I would recommend visit a brewery where you really get the local experience, the local food, the local beer. Somebody is nodding a head, but he has no idea. Don't go to him. Don't talk to him. So I would definitely recommend sort of in the old city, lots of breweries. Some of them have outside seating, view on the Rhine of the river, enjoy some local food and a couple of beers.
I like that very much, I have to admit. And please be careful, because if you don't say stop, they keep on bringing the beer and beer and beer, and that's maybe also what I like.
They're very good hosts.
So Daniel, Vienna, except for sitting on top of Stephansdom, do we still have Daniel?
Just lost it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So I can tell you Vienna is beautiful. Really, a lot of culture. So, but opportunity for questions. So if you, I guess you have questions, and please tell to whom you're directing your question. Go for it.
Well, the good ones? No, I mean, I ideally...
Sorry, quickly. So if you didn't hear, what kind of startups he is looking for specifically?
So if I had to choose and pick, I would love to have those who have the finance backing and who are for the lookout to expand to Germany, right? These are the ones. If you're looking in terms of industries, we're very open, but it's a lot easier for me, as I mentioned, with the hubs, right? Because there's a person on top, makes it very easy to see whether it's worthwhile your time and everybody else's time to check whether expanding to Germany makes sense. That in a nutshell.
Thank you. Next question.
Thank you. Any of your cities support early stage travel tech startups?
Early stage travel tech startups.
What do you mean by supporting? I mean, you based over here, you want to expand, or?
Like a program, or?
It could be a program, it could be funding.
Well, in terms of funding, we have an investors network. So very happy to send your information, whether it's a pitch deck, your one page, or whatever it is, to either selected investors or to the whole group, and to see if they're interested. That's sort of a no-brainer. It doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost me anything. If any of these guys are interested, we just do the connection to you. And then we do have a couple of travel companies. Some of them are really big. One of them belongs to Rewe. Where we could see whether we could try to open some doors for you, if that makes sense.
Amazing. Thank you.
And just to add that, Google has a small presence in Zurich, like 5,500 people, and Google Travel is also run out of Zurich, so that also might be an opportunity. So, Daniel, I see that you're back. You have 40 seconds to give us your most favorite thing in Vienna. Why to come to Vienna to have fun?
Because it's all in one package. So living costs and salaries, and so costs are moderate. It's not an expensive city. Point one. Number two, super accessible, especially from Israel. And point three, it connects living quality very well with successful business, and it's growing. We get a lot of new companies coming every year to Vienna. And the city has become very, very international, always has been. So it's a very, very global meeting point for business, but also for a wonderful life.
Cool, thanks a lot. So our time is up. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
And so find Rolf and Gil here today, and please find Daniel online. I'm pretty sure that you have already a lot of online meeting requests, and
I do.
see you later today.
Perfect. Thank you. Toda rabba.